boxing with y'all in a minute, so we're gonna get it started. Let me share this out again. How y'all been? Y'all cool? Y'all need something to drink? I'm your host with the most.
Know the fans trail me, so my alias Machiavelli.
Oh yeah, we back for sure. Let me share this out. Sharing it on X. So I shared that. Alright, so let's get this in. Let's get started. What's up with y'all, man? I actually left the boxing gym and did a little workout. I did a little workout. Felt good. I just got out the shower. Feel good. We're gonna come back again later today, and we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be on TikTok. We're gonna be on TikTok. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Salute to the full berserkers. Salute. Salute. Don't worry, y'all. It's just some soda keep me energized. I'm feeling great. Um, Shout out to the coach of the LDBC and everybody in between. Salute to everybody. We gonna come back to Midgard. We gonna pop it, and we gonna talk about this boxing because it's been a lot of things that's transpired that we gotta have conversations about. We got gavels to bang. We got a lot of stuff to do, for sure. So, with that being said, we have a fight card. Sugar Neeks is fighting tonight for sure. Shout out to Sugar Neeks. We're gonna give a go ahead, y'all give it up. Um, my my new boo is gonna be on that card. I don't care. Y'all gonna get mad. Y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. Crystal Rosado, salute to her. You know what I mean? Amanda Serrano's protege. Yeah, I like her. She got like a little mean, little sweet little, yeah, I mean, but a nice smile. You know what I mean? Yeah, she up next. She's definitely up next. Uh, so yeah, this is a nice little fight card. We gonna watch it. We gonna have a blast. Have a, how my white boy say? We gonna have a fucking blast. So Jake Paul throws. Is this the fourth or the fifth card? I don't. Let me see. I don't want to get it. I don't want to misinterpret with this card. Let me see. It's the fifth. MVP 5. Remember what I told you. This is symbolism. Not in the Illuminati way, but as far as copying. as far as when it comes to Jake Paul. You have to understand, Jake Paul took two recipes. He took the WWE as far as putting women on and taking over as far as when it comes to women entertainment. I don't know if outside of the WNBA, I don't know where I see more women thriving at than the WWE. I just got to keep it real. Even though, just like the WNBA, it comes with its perks, good or bad. Racism, backdooring, y'all know the usual. Uh, so he took that moniker as far as promoting the women, and then he took the UFC moniker as far as numbering all his events. So pay attention to that too. So there's a lot of symbolism with this Jake Paul card. You want to know what's crazy is earlier this week, right? I actually canceled my subscription with ESPN because I used to have the triple package, of course. I was one of them people that I felt like I should get a discount because when they first did the triple package, I was one of the first people that got it. Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. Then they ended up buying out HBO, Max. They bought off Max. So you could pick with either Hulu, Disney, or Max, or ESPN, one or the other. So Top Rank left ESPN. I didn't think there was gonna be no more boxing on ESPN, so I left it alone. I left it completely alone. I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. ESPN ain't really doing nothing. They not really doing nothing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. Top Rank went to Tubi. I told everybody on here that will listen, word to bro, that if they go to Tubi, I am not messing with it. I'm not on that. If they on Tubi, I ain't gonna watch them. And sure enough, when and I actually like Xander. I always watch Xander. You know what I'm saying? When Xander won them belts and stuff, I didn't see none of that. Anything that happened over there on Tubi, I didn't watch, I didn't catch. I'm just keeping it tall with you. Didn't watch it, didn't catch it, didn't care to either. Didn't care to either. So once they ended up joining with the Zan, I was like, okay, now we could possibly. That only reason why I got the Zan right now is because I feel like there's definitely hope for it. You feel me? Like everybody is under the same umbrella. We wouldn't even had dreamed about. So I was telling D Man that I was talking to D Man on the phone. We had a good conversation about boxing. I said, bro, you remember like 6, 7 years ago, we couldn't dream about anything like this. Like everybody being under the same umbrella, fighting on the same network, and not having those arguments. Where we come from, us diehard boxing fans, we come from the gang banging days. Like you can't go on that street, on that side of the street, or you gotta pick this side of the street. We come from them days, so we real boxing fans. Y'all got neighborhoods, y'all know what that's like. So that's basically what we was on as boxing fans. Like, oh, they over there, and then the UK had their own side. Now, look, even the UK, it don't matter. America, now everybody, because they fighting on the same network, somehow got to do business together. It's beautiful. See how everything start clicking on every cylinders when the stars start aligning in the constellations and the planets. See, we like I said, we wouldn't have been able to even dream about this 8 years ago. 2018 and better, we couldn't even have seen anything like this. But Turkey Al Sheikh came over here, stirred the pot. Uh, uh, a lot of the recession came, and I feel like if the recession didn't come, People might have been still on their same bullshit. But once the recession came, I felt like everybody bent the knee and slowly but surely was like Golden Boy, then PBC, and then Top Rank was last. Top Rank was like, as long as I was last, it kind of reminds me of Invasion in the WWE. You remember when it was different entities? I'm going to say that again. Do you remember when there was different entities in wrestling? At least ECW, WCW, and WWF. Those was the real big wrestling entities. At least when I was a kid. I'm old enough to know that there was like 3, 4 different, entities in wrestling. I'm probably the last of that era. To keep it real, to know that. If you hold on, let me. I don't know if y'all in the comments. I just been going on a tangent. I'm sorry. What up, 7-8? What's up? What's up, OG? My bad. I didn't even see OG. What's up, OG? So, what up, Tay Tay? What up, Muddy? You know what I mean? What up to my peoples? So, that's what the analogy that I chose to use, and I feel like it's a very intelligent analogy to use. And eight no, eight definitely no. He know that 8 years ago when I first joined the LDBC, I was about what 19, 20, yeah, damn. So yeah, but I already been watching 78 since probably 2012, 14. It definitely when I came back to the amateurs and I went on that little run. So it definitely was, yeah, definitely like at a high school. But anyway, that ain't important. That ain't. So what is important is that I've been around and I paid attention long enough to know that these boxing entities used to be spread out. Remember them Showtime boxing days and the HBO boxing days? And then you did have ESPN boxing occasionally. And then, man, there was a couple other ones too that I can't remember. I was young. But it was a lot of stuff going on as far as when it came to that. And I'm glad all of that happened because now we're at this point. We're at this point to where we could look at it and dissect it and look at it from our lenses, from a clear lenses, uh, under a microscope and see that all of this was for this to happen now in the present. Everybody had to eventually succumb to Turkey al Sheikh. Everybody swore up and down in the beginning in Act 78, if I'm lying, that nah, the PBC gonna do their own thing. Oscar De La Hoya and them ain't going, you know what I mean? Turkey, like when them bags started coming and they fighters started going, let me tell you, Mud, everybody started going. Everybody started going. And then what they promoters is going to do, what they managers is going to do. You work for the boxer. You work for the boxer, so you can't do that. So that's why eventually, to meet everybody's needs Everybody had to come together. They had to join together under one umbrella. And I'm glad about that. But at the same time, it didn't come without sacrifices. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. It definitely did not come without sacrifices. It for sure came with sacrifices. It came with us going from getting a stat card from top to bottom to now we'll get a good main card, right? We'll get something like T.O. and Shakur. We'll get something like Devin and Brian Norman. But the undercards expected to be whack. You may know one under it. Was like when this is what I'm saying, Turkey. Why you do us like that though? I do gotta admit, my old heads was a little bit right about you. My big fools was a little bit right about you, Turkey, because you came in spoiling us. I felt like one of them kids that had a mom that after she divorced the dad, she never remarried and she had a bunch of stepdads. Like, yeah, you had me happy this car for 1 year. You had me happy that car for a year. Then slowly but surely, you just give me one fight and then the cards would be, the rest of the card to be tracked. Like, I don't. And then that's when y'all was still doing y'all pay-per-views. Now, which I thought was smart, I gotta give it to Turkey. The no pay-per-view theme where now if you do get the zone, it's a little bit worth it more than back in the day. The only difference is the cards was better. Like the overall cards was better back in the day to me. Like you'll get a good card and then you'll get like, let's say you'll get Earl and then you would get Charlo, or you know what I mean? And then not even that. We could go to the Turkey card. You'll get um you'll get Devin, T.O., and all of them, and Rolly, all everybody on one, and Ryan, all of them on one card when it first rolled out. Now that people is really demanding more, and I'm not mad at the boxers. Do what y'all gotta do, get y'all money. Now that they demanding a little bit more because certain people won fights and they can demand that, now it's getting a little dark. Now we only gonna get cards with like a Devin and Brian Norman, and then we ain't gonna get nothing else of substance outside of that. But the diehard boxing fans ain't gonna care about that. I feel like that affects the casuals a little bit more. So should we keep cards going on like that? No, I think that nowadays they're doing a terrible job of building the boxers. They're doing a terrible job mentally and physically. A lot of these managers and promoters, I know you can't be everywhere at once. You're not doing a good job watching over your fighters. Y'all letting the old school managers was like Mickey, like living in the house with them. The old school managers, they used to be your manager, your trainer. You seen Mickey and Rocky? I ain't gotta tell y'all how it was. Watch the movie. It's in the movies. I think it actually was better. My bad. Let me get back in my comments. Let me get in my comments. Okay, Cam. Appreciate it, Cam. Shout out to Cam. Gotta power up real quick. My sis Cam came in the building. 7-8 back in the building. Salute Cam. And then Tay Tay still in the building. Yes, sir. Gotta get back on my soundboard, man. So yeah, that's just how I feel about that. We still have been getting fights here and there, but we wasn't spoiled. Man, what year was that where we was real spoiled, y'all? There was a year like we was really spoiled. I think it might have been 2023. That might have been the last year. Because I remember that year we got a few fights that we won. At least around that time period. Right now, We're not, truthfully, we're not getting anything. She said, Cam said, yeah, because I faithfully pay. It's not, and look, I'm not even mad at that because now it makes sense to pay that. Now it makes complete sense to pay that. There was a time period, Cam, where it didn't make no sense to pay that. It didn't make any sense to pay that. You paying that would make no sense because this person would be like, I'm on this side of the street. You remember, this person would be like, I'm on that side of the street. And I just felt like it diluted the product. I hate to talk in hustlers terms, but I gotta go back to my habitat when I was a kid. Like, you know, it's a different type of cut when you get it from different places. That's how it used to be back then. Instead of everybody going overseas like Frank Lucas and going to the plug. Now Turkey is the plug. Now everybody's under one roof. So, everybody had their thing that they was back in the day. Some people was pimping, some was gang banging, some was doing both, some of us was hustling. And then we all changed. That's good. We all got older and changed. See, Cam, I'm a young OG now. I get it now. I get it now. I also feel as though too, there are more fights on the horizon because we got to look at certain things that been on the table. Let's talk about that. Let's get into that real quick. The certain things that's on the table. So, one thing that was on the table is Turkey says that he wants to make Bam Rodriguez and Monster Inoue. Why not? Why not? That's a great fight right there. Let me tell you something. When it comes to me and Bam and stuff like that, everybody wants to know Achaveli.
Know the fans trail me, so my alias Machiavelli.
How you feel about Bam? I feel like for the level of competition that he's fighting, he's doing good. But why not? All the greats did it. And if everybody feel like he's great, why don't he move up to 122 to challenge Inoue? Terrence Crawford did it. Why not? I'm gonna say it again. Why not? What you said, Cam? Cam said, I celebrate all of your growth, maturity, grateful to God that you made it out on this side. Appreciate it, Cam. You as well. You as well. So I'm asking myself, and it's funny because my brother, I remember talking to him about that. I was like, yo, bro, I'm talking about eight. I'm like, yo, how do you feel about Bam? Like, are you one of them people in the culture? And when I say the culture, I mean the LDBC and everybody in between. Um, I'm like, everybody in the culture love this dude. So, like, you cool? Eight like me. That's why I like him because we a lot alike. He said, "Nah." Basically, he told me, I'm paraphrasing. Nah, I'm not cool. I'm not sold on Bam like that. I said, thank God, somebody got some sense. I felt like one of them slave movies that I watched, where they was trying to. It was a movie, man. They was trying to show him how to read, and they had to sneak it. And then when he actually was able to utilize it, there was this one old white lady that he worked for. She said, "Praise God, you can read." Country, old country lady. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. Because y'all gotta read between the lines. Bam moved up at a period, then he moved back down. A lot of people don't know that. He moved up real quick and grabbed the belt, then moved back down. And I'm like, bro, and you look way bigger than the last couple dudes. Rather than do that, if you so big and bad and everybody believe in you, fight a new way. It took Turkey to come over with the money and say, yo, I want to see Bam in a new way. And then Tank Davis, his goofy ass, why are you inserting yourself in this? Texting Bam saying, I want to fight you. No. Do we want to see Bam versus Tank? No. Will I ever want to see Bam versus Tank? No. Why is that even on the table? Why is it even on the table? The Tay said, by the grace of God. That's what my pastor used to say. For real. For real. It's like, come on. I don't want to see that fight. It's bad enough we only getting maybe one. I don't got to say it. Next time, y'all watch, what's the next big boxing event? Clarissa Shields next week? And that's a circus. That is a Where's my gavel at? That is a pure circus. I'm going upside her head with it for sure. That is a pure circus. She got Orlando Brown and Ray J. She got the baddie. She need the baddies girls on these undercards to make the card pop. I thought you was the GOAT. I thought you was the face of boxing. You a Pisces. Girl, you not supposed to need them. You supposed to be the energy. Now, what happened is ever since when you got with Papoose, you lost aura. I gotta keep it tall with you, mama. You lost mad aura, man. Lost mad aura. And I lost a lot of respect for you, too. Before this came out, when it first went down, see, I didn't know all the backstories and the details and stuff like that. I was alright with it, I gotta admit. But then, slowly but surely, I'm just like, okay, like, nah, this ain't cool. Because if this was you, would you be cool in that situation? Nah, this ain't cool. This ain't cool. So, not to be in a business. Let's get back to boxing. I'm just saying, man. Like, come on, Chris. Come on. You gotta do better than this. You don't get along with none of the girls. You gotta resort to making people that never was thinking about getting a pro boxing license get their pro boxing license. This is madness. This is how I know that we in hard times and it's a recession. Chris Brown and Usher got to go on tour together. Music sales is down 40%. A lot of people gonna do a lot of crazy things for the money. Ray J supposed to have a life expectancy of next year, and they clearing him to fight in a sanctioned bout. This is his second sanctioned bout. This is wild. This is bananas. Why? Why? It's out of control, man. And I feel as though they should arrest the people on the commission that's even entertaining that. I definitely for sure think that they should be arresting the people on the commission. With that being said, with that being said, let us get into the whole Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney debacle. I just want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. Uh, as far as being gladiators, regardless of the competition. But I want to salute Dev and give praise to Dev even more. Got to, got to, got to. Got to. Gotta give credit to Dev. Dev has single-handedly, like, if we gonna compare it to the block, he was controlling the jukebox. That's 145th. Dev was controlling the jukebox. Just know that a lot of old heads was getting a lot of money. That's all y'all need to know. He's mentality that Dev got right now. It's wild. And nobody's challenging him on it. Nobody's challenging on him. He's doing whatever he wants. So I view it this way. Dev, keep doing what you're doing. Um, you're moving correctly. Keyshawn Davis, like I said, I always respect anybody that a glove up. But what I don't respect is you calling the man out and wasting his time. I'm going to just straight up bang the gavel on you, go upside your head with it, cause that was straight terrible. That nah, bro. You was calling Dev out since last year when you was on the beach. Somebody please give me Devin Haney. This is that and the third. So you got what you asked for, and then you didn't even accept the offer. Another person I gotta get at. I gotta get at Shakur. I don't respect that, bro. Don't respect that. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Don't respect that. See, I went over there cooking. I forgot to throw my background on. My Ackuma background. My bad, y'all. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like why wouldn't you take that fight? Why wouldn't you take the first offer they gave you? It's not gonna get no better than that, bro. It ain't gonna get no better than that, bro. You supposed to take that money and make it work. But you took it to purse bid and then you ended up getting less. You supposed to be the businessman that wasn't good business, brother. Shakur Stevenson. Now we gonna get to you, brother. See how I could just move down the list and go to different people. See how I do that. Shakur Stevenson, bro. This is terrible. Again, respect you as a boxer, but as far as your level of competition, I'm ranking you in the same boat. Outside of the TO win, it's like, come on, bro. And then you write that you'll never fight Devin Haney. I'll give, and I don't even feel like I could give him credit. It's like, bro, what is we doing? Like, are we boxing fans? Are we really boxing connoisseurs? Or are we just going? I feel like we robots at this point because we watching fights that really ain't that great, and we just settling and taking whatever we can get. That's how I kind of feel about it. It's crazy. It's almost like boxing is like a padded room. Like I feel like we in Arkham Asylum. Feel like we in Arkham Asylum for real. It's out of control. And I think that things got to change, man. Turk, man, we got to. I don't know what we got to do, but I need something. Cause what's the next big match? We halfway through the year. What? It's like 4 more months left, right? We about to be watching Street Fighter in October. So why haven't we got any big fight announcement yet? So the last big one, are we gonna say it was Earl Spence and Tim Zoo? And salute to Earl Spence, man. Um, I look at it like this, man. I wish that he would have took like somebody a little bit lesser than Tim Zoo, but it is what it is. I still didn't think he was past it. I think that it was one of them situations where he had to train and he just had to get a couple tune-ups. I think if he had had one or two tune-ups, I think he could have beat Tim Zoo. I think he could have beat Tim Zoo. That's just what I feel. Now, what's on the table for Dev is maybe Parrow. Maybe we could look at Parrow. Uh, I think that's a okay fight, but I think it's an okay fight. But my bad, y'all. My bad. Let me go back. The Parrow fight. The reason why I'm not against the Parrow fight is because it's for a belt. Of course, I want to see something better, but nobody want to fight Dev. Dev out here looking like a real gangster, and Bill looking like John God. Like they doing a great job. Like Bill and Dev don't need to change up nothing that they doing. Keep doing what y'all doing. Until somebody challenge y'all bluff, keep doing what y'all doing. Now, one last thing. So with Shakur Stevenson, he brought in another name. He brought in Boots' name. Now I feel personally like, why are you bringing Boots into it? You know what I'm saying? We crossed that bridge a long time ago. But Bill Haney, salute to Bill, he entertained the idea and said, look, if Deb becomes undisputed at 147 and Boots becomes undisputed at 154, and then we'll go up to unify with. I think that that's a dope idea. I think that's a real dope idea if that can happen. If nobody grows too big and not able to. But they got to start collecting the belts right now, though. They got to start collecting them right now. Because if they don't start collecting them right now, then things might not be what it's going to be. But you got to start collecting them right now. Got to start collecting them right now, for sure. So that's how I personally feel about it. Uh, I feel like if they start collecting them right now, cause what's the name got 2 fights. Paro got a belt, Rolly got a belt. Paro, Rolly, Dev got one. Who got the WBC at 140? I don't even remember who got the WBC at 47 again. Oh, Ryan. Oh, damn. Well, Dev might be able to get that because that might be vacant. Because I don't think Ryan. I don't think Ryan's gonna be able to beat. I think Conor Ben is really locked in. I think Conor Ben gonna fuck him up. Real talk. I think Conor Ben. I think Conor Ben going. What you think? You asking me? Do I think that Ryan gonna beat Conor Ben? Real talk. Y'all ask me why? Because I didn't like how it looked. I don't like how the training is looking for Ryan. Now maybe Ryan, he may be taking the soldier serum again for this one. I don't know. But I just don't like the training. Conor Ben look when I'm watching him and I'm watching his TikToks and stuff and his training, he's really focused and dialed in. So that's just how I view that. But as far as Boots and Dev, that's not a bad idea to do right before Boots go to 160. If it's realistic. Let's see how long it could take both sides to collect the belt. It might take a little time to collect all of those belts. You know, these other champions, let's see what they're trying to do. I heard Josh Kelly said once his cut heals, he don't mind fighting Boots in a big money fight. So we'll see. Anything else that I'm missing in boxing? No, I don't think there's nothing else. I think we can end it here. I always try to get y'all at least like close to a good hour. Uh Appreciate y'all. I guess that next week, Lord willing, I guess we could talk about Clarissa, but I don't know if that's even worth talking about because it's like that's a circus. With that being said, uh salute to y'all, man. Y'all take care. Peace. On the next one.